Hey guys, I'm Steve Nash.
And I'm Felicia, and here's our review of Through the Ages.
It's throughout the ages.
No, it's Through the Ages.
You really want to battle me with this? You really want to go with this?
Oh, I'm ready.
Yeah? You might want to take
game.
out that bolt in your lip because it's going to become fatter.
You see that? He just threatened the girl on camera.
This is what I have to put up
This
with.
is what I have
It's
to put up
throughout the ages.
Look,
That's the name of the game.
with. I can't work under these conditions.
In this game, players are trying to create one civilization to rule them all. There's a lot going on in this game, and I won't go into all the details, but if you like civilization games, you might like this one. It's basically a board game version of Sid Meier's Xbox game. The box comes with a board where players keep track of their points and current standing in army strength, culture, and technology. You'll get 4 boards where each player will use to act as their civilization. Some tokens to represent action points, resources, and population. Some cards to represent each of the ages, and some really nice player summary sheets.
To set up the game, give each player a board and blocks of that color. Place 1 block on the starting line of each of the tracks on the board. Each player places tokens on the white circles of their board. This is how every civilization starts. You will rarely receive more tokens during the game. What you start with is what you have for the game. Place the antiquity cards on the side of the board and flip over cards onto that board. These cards will be leaders, action cards, and wanderers. The first round is a special round and players can buy starting cards. These can be taken from those flipped cards. When a card is taken, the cards move down and new ones are flipped. The price of these cards decreases as the game advances. Let me explain the board a little. The top part is your civilization. You have the lab, which gives you technology, the temple, which gives you culture and keeps your people happy, agriculture, which gives you food for your population, mines, which give you resources to build stuff, and you have your army, which gives you strength. The blue area is your resource pool, and the yellow area is your population pool. The worker pool is your actual population, who is currently doing nothing. The orange area is your current type of government. The white tokens are your actions, and the red ones are your military actions.
Let me show you guys what a player's round will look like. First, they get to buy cards from the ones showing on the board. If there is a leader there, you can buy it for the price of action points. So if there are 2 action points there, you must spend 2 to take it. Now you can move a population into your worker pool by spending 2 food resources from your farm. That costs 1 action point. You have 1 action left, and you decide to move that worker into the mines for 2 resources. You now have no more civil actions, but you still have 2 military actions. You can use both to draw military cards. These cards allow you to do many things like attack a civilization, create a tactic for your army, or play cards in the future events pile, which will be played later on in the game. At the end of your turn, you gain resources and food according to the number of workers you have there. But be careful, if your civilization isn't happy at the end of your turn, you skip this step. You gain points in the technology and culture track on the board according to what you have on the boards below. So if you have 2 technologies and 3 cultures, you move up on those tracks.
So players take turns developing their civilization through the Antiquities ages, which is the age of Alexander the Great and Aristotle. The first age comes when the Antiquities age deck is depleted. Here are some cards from this age. Here are some of the cards from the second age. And finally, some cards from the third age. The game ends when all players have gone through the ages. The player with the most culture points wins.
So that's basically it. It's a hard game to teach new players, but there is a basic version of the game which makes it a little easier. If you're into micromanaging a civilization's food, resources, population, technology, culture, happiness, army, and government, then you will love this game. I love the future event cards. I love the way the whole game is presented and the production quality is great. The rulebook is amazing and has lots of information in it. You really feel like you're building an empire in this game. The game can go up to 5 hours long for first timers, but still a good game if you're into this stuff. I'm giving it an 8.5 on 10.
I really had a hard time getting into this game and was really confused at first, but once we got towards the second age, I realized what is needed to win the game. But it was too late for my civilization. Like Steve said, if you're into this type of stuff, it's gonna give you hours of play, but this game is a lot more strategic than it is fun. I'm giving it a 7.5 on 10.